Greetings, the Astro 30 here. Now, have you ever wondered how those dual switches on electric lights work when, for example, you've got a light switch at one end of a hallway, you turn it on, the light comes on. You go to the other end of the hallway and flip the switch and the light goes out. Or maybe you never wondered at all. But if you had, this is how they work. Now, in the light circuit, you've got your light globe, which I'm going to represent like that. And one end of it goes to the neutral line. So this end is neutral, and you've got two switches, a master, which we'll call it, and a slave. So the master is at one end of the hall, the slave is at the other end of the hall, or the lounge room, or wherever it may be. So one switch, the master switch, is going to be connected to the active line. So we'll call this switch master. And at the other end of the hall, we've got the slave switch, which we'll call S, which goes to the other side of the globe. Okay, so the center pole of the master switch, because it's a single pole dual throw switch, both of them. So the center pole, or common, is connected to the active on the master, and the center pole, or common, is connected to one side of the light globe on the other end. In between these two connections, there are two wires connected to either of the contacts of either switch. And these are what are known as travelers. Okay, because they carry the voltage from one switch to the next. And from this diagram you can see exactly what's happening. So take, for instance, we turn the master switch on, so it's now in that position. This wire will now have the active current going through it to the other switch. Now, if this switch at the slave end was in this position, the light would be off. However, if it was now in this position, the light would be on, because the current is travelling from this switch through this traveller wire to that side of this switch, out the switch to the globe. And conversely, if this one was turned the other way, the light would now be off. It's pretty basic and pretty simple, but I hear you asking a very valid question. Astro, what the heck does this have to do with electronics? Well, directly, nothing. Indirectly, it's one of the most basic forms of a simple logic gate. And the simple logic gate that it is what is known as an AND circuit, which its symbol in electronics is represented like that. For the output here to be 1 or true, both these two inputs here have to be true. If either one or the other, or both, are false, the output is also false. And it's exactly the same as this switching circuit up here. However, in the instance between this and the AND gate, both inputs cannot be false at the same time. It's impossible, because either one input's going to be true or false at any given moment. But that's how it works. Very simple, very basic. You can even build it up using an LED and a battery and a couple of single pole dual throw switches in your home electronics workroom or lab or bedroom or wherever it is you're doing it. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please give it the big thumbs up, and you can always follow me on Facebook, and you can always become a Patreon supporter. I would love that very much. I'd love for you to support this channel so I can bring you more great content. Anyway, this is the Astro 30 saying see ya. Happy traveller wise. I have no idea why I keep saying that.